go. So yesterday, oh, I'm sorry, trying to keep this phone situated. So yesterday, I was struggling with having a topic for going live. And today, I got a little interaction back and forth with one of our misfits in the comment section. And this person has a friend who's struggling. And I was going to make a video about this, but I thought, you know what? I want to do it live. And it's something we're all going to go through, the grieving process. The shrinks have a term called survival, or no, what's it called? Survivor's guilt. We lose somebody and we have a hard time understanding and wanting to stick around after they pass away. And it's tough. It's real tough. For some people, it's a lot harder than it is for others. The grieving process is, for some folks, a very private thing. Survivor's guilt. Sorry, I got a lot in my head when it comes to this topic. And let me let me start at the beginning. When I was a kid, this would have been junior high school, I went to the Fox Theater, walk-in movie theater back in the 70s, and the movie was The Reincarnation of Peter Proud. I don't remember much about the movie, but what I remember is it was very impactful, and it put me on this path for pretty much my whole life. What happens after we die, the afterlife and all that. And that stuck with me my whole life, and even more so now. And with YouTube, I discovered NDE, near-death experience. And before I get into that, there's a video on YouTube of a young child, and I guess this falls under the category of reincarnation. This young child said he was a pilot in World War II, and he describes the cockpit, the battle, so many in-depth details about what happened that there's no way that this kid could have this kind of knowledge. Absolutely no way. Technical knowledge on how to fly a plane. I mean, this kid was grilled about so many details that there's no possible way this kid could know. But he had lived another life, and he was a pilot during World War II. And it blew me away. But to get on the NDE thing, the near-death experience, I'm a bit of a skeptic in life, right? I don't just blindly believe everything I hear. Oh, sorry, I feel a little cockeyed. One of my neurological issues, I get this weird double vision. But anyway, the NDE stuff. I've watched well over 100 videos of different people describing what happens after they pass away. People from different walks of life, different religious beliefs, atheists who don't believe in God or don't believe in the afterlife have a near-death experience, and they come back and they believe. And because I'm very skeptical about fairy tales, I've watched over and over and over and over again so many different ones. and the similarities between people from different cultures, different walks of life, different religions, all having extremely similar stories when it comes to what they see and what they experience after they die and come back. It gives me faith knowing that what happens is a beautiful thing. Where we go and what that experience is like, and how many of those people don't want to come back until it's pointed out the people that are still here need you. You have a mission. How your family is going to be affected by your loss. And quickly these people's like, yeah, I want to come back. Because some of them have a choice as to whether or not they get to stay or come back. Go do your own homework. Go watch as many of them as you can and see for yourself if that speaks to you. You know, I know a lot of religions don't believe in reincarnation. I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm not telling you what you should or should not believe. I'm telling you what my experiences are and how that helps give me faith that I'll see my dogs again. I'm going to try to do this without getting busted up. It's tough. But I've heard plenty of NDEs talk about being greeted by their dog and their family who has passed away. And that speaks to me very loudly. And like I said, I've watched a lot of them. Different YouTube channels, not all the same YouTube channel. People with accents from all over the world. So we have a misfit who has a friend who's struggling with wanting to be here because of grief. I get that all too well. I struggle with that every day. I don't have thoughts of leaving this planet early at my own hand. But believe me, there are plenty of times where, dear Lord, I'm ready to go. But there's a lot of dogs out there that need me, and I need them. And they give me purpose, a reason to want to be here. And that's very powerful for me. The misfit that I was interacting with about their friend who's struggling, I suggested getting a dog. And person responded with reasons why that probably won't work. And I'm here to tell you, my friend, to tell your friend, emotional support dog, you can get around a great deal. Service dog, once you got that certificate, doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter where you go, you can take that dog with you anywhere and everywhere. And if you live in a small quarters, I would suggest getting a small dog. I am a proponent of terriers. I'm trying to think of the name. I'll think of it, but they got little tiny terriers, right? Man, I'm trying to think of the name. It'll come to me. Small dog, lap dog, but they're just like Kimba. They're very in tune to your emotions. And when you struggle with grief, you need something that'll get you outside of your head. You need something that you can live for, right? Someone that needs you, a purpose to get out of bed, a reason to quit thinking about wanting to not be here no more. It's a tough world we live in, and a lot of people struggle in many different ways. And I'm a firm believer in what a dog does for you, man. I've seen plenty of videos that talk about how little doggies are angels from heaven. That God put dogs on this planet to help us. I believe that. There's something special about a dog. I mean, you can care for your pet, your cat, your bird, and love them and all that. But there's something about a dog. The soul in a dog is very powerful and very real. Any real dog lover has seen it. You can watch your dog dream. If it was just a dumb animal, it wouldn't be dreaming real dreams. I used to watch my dogs run in their sleep and bark and whimper and all kinds of stuff while they're sleeping. To me, that's more proof, right? Just like these NDE videos, it's proof to me about something being on the other side. My curiosity about the afterlife has been with me, like I said, since I was a kid. Did a lot of homework about plant medicine, ayahuasca, and magic mushrooms, and out-of-body experiences, OBD, or OBE, out-of-body experience. You can do that through meditation. You don't have to take a plant medicine. If you knew how to meditate and do what some of these people can do, they say you can have that out-of-body experience. I don't know. I know what dogs have done for me. I know what I've seen. And I know how important that is. They give me purpose, right? And anybody struggling with grief, that's exactly what they need, is a purpose, a reason to get out of bed in the morning. I am so passionate about this when it comes to these dogs. They are incredibly powerful little creatures. Man, I still can't think of the name of the little, they're like almost like, not like a pit bull. They got a more pointy face. Anyway. Rather than go back and forth with comments with this person I was talking to about their friend suffering right now with the grief, I thought I'd make this live and get your opinions, right? Not to mention, it's just easier than going back and forth with comments. I can get these thoughts out and share how I feel about this subject matter. I miss my dogs every day. Some days it's unbearable. Other days it's not so bad. But the fact that I know I'll have more dogs in my life, it's going to be okay. It just ain't okay right now. But it gives me purpose. It gives me something to think about, something to focus on. And when you're hurting and you're depressed and you're grieving and life sucks, you need a reason to keep going. Something that will drive you to get you out of your head. A lot of folks will talk about pick up some weights and go get active and go for a walk. That all helps. Meditation, that helps. But there is nothing on this planet more powerful than love, including the lack thereof when it comes to being broken. I've been on a quest for a long time, trying to fix my broken, my anger. And I didn't realize just how much my dogs helped with that until after they were gone. Because thinking about them and missing them and thinking about the life we had together and the mistakes I made helps me not be angry. All right, let me check some comments. Michael King. Hi, Johnny. How's it going? Well, I think you can tell how it's going. Where are you from? I grew up in Redwood City, California. Presently, I reside in northern Wisconsin. Hello, my name is Burn on Pizza, okay? Hi. Where you country? No, I grew up in the city. Tina Marie's in the house. Hello, kid. Kind sir, good to see you, Tina Marie. Boy, your soul is shining today. Thank you. You're a special breed. Yeah, no doubt. I'm something all right. I can't even count the mistakes I've made, a lifetime of them. Michael, I know what you mean, brother, but we can learn a great deal and not repeat those mistakes. But I think you already know that, my friend. Michael King, everyone makes mistakes, Johnny. It's how we learn in life. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, one of our misfits reached out, has a friend that's struggling because of grief and really having a hard time with wanting to stick around. And I relate. But I've seen some magical shit in life. It's not all been bad. And some of the, how do I put this? Some of the best things that's ever happened to me is experiences I shared with my dogs. I think most people don't realize, and they take it for granted, just how powerful a dog is in your life if you take the time to really connect with the dog. Treat them like family. My dog slept in my bed. Little Kimba shared my bed for 12 years. She spent more man hours with me than any human on this planet. So when it comes to knowing a dog, I know him quite well, especially a little pit bull. And many dogs, many different breeds, have that same impact. Just like humans, we're all different, right? Personalities and whatnot. We're all a little bit different. Well, so are dogs. This is for you, my friend. For your friend who's suffering, this is what you tell your friend to do. Go to a dog shelter. Spend time at a dog shelter with many different dogs. Walk them, hang out with them, play with them. It will help with the grief. And not only that, your friend will fall in love with one of them. You can't help it. I don't care who you are. If you got a heart and you're at a dog shelter and you're volunteering and walking dogs, one of those dogs will connect with you. And it doesn't matter what breed it is, it will connect with you. And when it does, you're hooked. You're hooked. There's nothing you can do but love that dog. And once your friend finds that dog, he can get the certificates for an emotional support animal. That's easy. A service dog is harder because they have to be officially trained. But emotional support dog, those certs are real easy to get. Then you can have the dog in an apartment or whatever, or take it into your coffee shop and be with you by your side all the time. My little dog was with me all the time. All the time. Except for when I was working. When I was doing construction, I had Kimba while I was still working, so she was home while I was at work. But once I retired and moved to the mobile home park and then moved up here, she was by my side every single day. I thought about it once when I was out in the yard walking, when I had them both, about what would happen if I passed away and they were still here. Because recently I watched a video of a little dog out in Florida, a little pit bull whose owner passed away, and there was no one there to take the dog, so the dog went to a dog shelter. And immediately I wanted that dog. Immediately. I could see it in the eyes. A very loving dog. And I had that connection, but I can't do it right now. There's too much on my plate, and I can't devote the time and the love that I need to do for a dog while I'm dealing with everything I'm dealing with here. It just wouldn't be right. It'd be very selfish of me. Not too many people have seen what I've seen and been through what I've been through. And I feel it's important to share that stuff because there's plenty of people out there hurting. You know, my most popular video, over 50,000 views, talking to this clown, Wes Watson, how do I fix this broken? Because I used to watch his videos because I was angry, and he would talk about being angry, and I used to be a drinker, and he would talk about quit drinking and work out. And so I listened to a certain extent to that clown, and it helped me to get off the booze and be more responsible and more motivated. But it didn't do anything for my anger. And the biggest strides I've made dealing with my anger is losing my dogs. It was a cold slap in the face. Because I know what I rubbed off on them. Just being angry in front of them. You know, like if you're yelling at the wife in front of the kids, what do you think that does to your kids? These lessons carry on through many different levels, right? What a dog will teach you will help you to be a better parent to your children. You know, 62 years old, I'm not about to be having no children, but I'm planning on having plenty more dogs if I get to stick around long enough, trust me. What's your thoughts, Tina Marie? What are thoughts on maybe getting a pup? It's so hard, I know, but make it so happy. I'm seeing more lows than highs these past few weeks. True words, Michael King. Aw, so sad. There you go, Tina. I don't know if you're talking about a dog for you or a dog for me, young lady. I think you give me the answer already. There you go. Yeah, yeah. If you can have a dog, Tina, get a dog. Jack Russell Terrier. There we go. If you have a small house or you live in an apartment, I would highly recommend a Jack Russell Terrier. They're highly energetic. They're a small dog, little lap dog. They're spunky, they're funny, just like a little pit bull. They're just smaller. And for some reason, I'm very connected to a terrier breed. There's something in them. The nanny dog. Everybody calls a pit bull a pit bull. No, they're a Staffy, Staffordshire Terrier. Instead of a Jack Russell Terrier, it's a Staffordshire Terrier. And they call that dog a nanny dog because back in Ireland, before there was a word pit bull even in the vocabulary, those dogs stayed at home with children during the potato famine because potato fields attract a lot of rats, and those dogs would stay in the house with the children and protect the children from being bit by rats. Staffies were a nanny dog before they were a pit bull. And then they were crossbred with bigger dogs, and then abused and put into a ring to fight and kill each other. That's fucked up humans. That's not a dangerous breed. Society is ignorant when it comes to dogs. Very prejudiced. Whether it's humans or dogs, people have these opinions that they think they're entitled to, and they don't know the facts. Macho's in the house. There you go, Macho. Rottweilers too. Another very loving dog. I would have 10 if I could. Bull Mastiff and pit bulls are my love. There you go. There you go, Tina Marie. Oh, for me, a dog. Okay, I got you. Yeah. The thing is, because I'm still sick with this parasite, I don't need to infect a dog with this parasite. And like I was saying yesterday, I don't know if I caught the parasite from my dogs or if I gave it to my dogs or how we got sick, but I'm still sick. So that's got to get squared away. Not to mention, I'm hoping that my drama here in this town is behind me, but I'm apprehensive. So there's too much, and I need to move, right, logistically and all that stuff. And dogs, I want to just be able to love on my dog and take it for a walk and be in a good mood and not have all this pressure on me while I got a brand new doggy at home. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will. It's high on my list of priorities, and it motivates me to get the hell out of here as fast as possible. And thank you guys for double tapping the screen. I appreciate you. Tina Marie, I understand. How can I find true love, sir? Go get you a dog. Don't worry about a man or a woman. Go get you a dog, and you'll have true love. As far as a soulmate, my little dog was my soulmate. It's a step in the right direction. And in regards to finding true love with another human, good luck with that. I didn't have much luck. I don't know what to tell you. Michael King, LOL. How far are you from Michigan? Not far. If you look up Tomahawk, Wisconsin, that'll tell you right where I'm at. I'm in north central Wisconsin, not far from the UP. Macho, laugh my ass. Get a pet for sure. There you go, Macho, absolutely. Limao, Limo, prayers. There you go. Up by Everett. Iron Mountain. Okay, got you, Tina Marie. I have a cat. Well, that's a good start. thing about a cat is they're very independent, right? You can cuddle with the cat, and cats do cute things and all that stuff, but a dog has a very powerful soul that you connect with on a much deeper level than a cat, than any other pet. That's my honest opinion. Go to a dog shelter and take one for a test drive. Spend some time at a dog shelter, walking different kinds of dogs, and chances are you're going to fall in love with one of them and you'll have your answer. Cats are a great companion. There you go, Macho. Are you close to those cities? Tina Marie, I don't know. I don't know the geographics up here too well. But like I said, if you go on Google Earth and you plug in Tomahawk, Wisconsin, and you zoom in and out, you'll see where I'm at. Dogs are different. They're not called man's best friend for no reason. Amen, Michael King. I'm asking because there's a good hospital once you cross the state line. Ah, thank you, young lady. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Okay, I'll look. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I definitely need to get to a hospital that I can trust. Somebody that will listen to me, look at my symptoms and look at my samples and not treat me with the disrespect that I got here. It's got me real turned off to going anywhere up here after what I've been through. You're very welcome. Thank you, young lady. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's good watching out and, you know, looking out for each other, right? Got my best interest at heart, and that means a lot to me. And that's why I wanted to do this live about this subject matter. You guys help me with my grief, right? I don't have another set of dogs to help me right now. But I will. And I know that. And I see that. And I feel that. And that gives me faith that everything's going to be okay. I just got to persevere through these hard times. And I think it would be wrong for me to rush out and get another pair of dogs while I'm still got all this grief on me. You know what I'm saying? I need some time to heal. I understand that. Yes, you will. You bet, Tina. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I got all this crap in my eyes. Part of my issues. It takes a lot out of me sometimes. I get on a roll with all this emotional stuff, and it's just like this big rush of, relief, like an adrenaline dump. But making a live, I don't have to wait for a video to upload, and this person who's struggling, you know, our interaction, and I don't want to say it was excuses, but there were reasons why a dog didn't fit for the scenario of this person dealing with grief, and I strongly disagree. Strongly disagree. And it's real easy to tell your friend to go to a dog rescue, a dog shelter, and just go walk some dogs when he's feeling real bad or she's feeling real bad. I didn't get into if it's a he or she or whatever. That's not important. For me, I can't go to a dog shelter and walk dogs. It'll crush me. I'll have to drag a couple of them home with me, and I just know that's not right. Not right now. I wish, but I know better. I made a lot of mistakes with my last dogs. I'm not going to do that again. Because dogs are very sensitive, right? I get sad thinking about my other dogs and boo-hooey and whatnot. They're going to feel that. And I want a fresh start with a new set of dogs so that it's happy. It's good. There's, you know, and if I'm having a bad day from time to time, they'll be there for me and vice versa. But, You know, right now, pretty much every day is a bad time. You know, my emotions swing up and down throughout the day. Every once in a while, I have a good day where I'm not feeling too bad for almost the whole day, but my scars are bleeding. You know, their ashes are right there on the mantle. Most of the time, I can't even look in that direction without getting busted up. It's tough. But I believe in this purpose of mine, this little Misfit Island dog rescue and this YouTube channel and getting the word out and finding good people taking care of each other. The dear Lord put me on this path for a reason. And who am I to say no? You know what I mean? And it feels good to help you guys down there make this video for this misfit who's trying to help his friend. That's part of my purpose, being there for other people. Did it my whole childhood, trying to be there for my mom and my brothers and friends throughout my life. I'm just wired that way. And I like that part of me, right? That's just being a good person. I've been a hot mess, believe me. Rubbed off a lot of anger on a lot of good people that didn't deserve it because I was broken. But I was trying to fix it. I didn't understand. I didn't know what complex PTSD was until recently. And I'm constantly going on here and listening to other people with their problems and how they deal with it, and shrinks talking about survivor's guilt when it comes to grief. Teaches you a lot when you can, like learning how to read or do math or whatever. Once you have some skills, it gives you a way to cope. But if you're flying blind, you're just spinning in circles. Why me kind of thing. But once you realize why me, what you're doing and why you're doing it, and figure out a way to stop doing it, then all you got to do is put in the work. Most people are lazy, or they want sympathy, right? I don't like looking for sympathy. I'm looking for answers and support. Support is different than sympathy. Oh, poor Johnny. No, I don't want that. Instead, Tina Marie, I know where there's a good hospital. That's support, right? Big difference there. And it feels good to help support somebody else when you're doing a kind act for a stranger, right? Taking a dog for a walk at the dog shelter, or giving some food to a homeless person. Food for the soul, like I've said many times. It's so funny how I get on these topics, man. No circulation on YouTube. YouTube don't like how serious I am or how broken I am. My son walks dogs at the Humane Society. There you go, Tina Marie. And that's good for your boy. It's real good for him. So funny you say that. He loves it. He's 14. He's my grandson, but I fostered and adopted. He's got animal passion too. Nice, Tina Marie. I love that, man. Yeah. Yeah. That is awesome. It proves my point. Everything I was just saying since I started this video, what you said right there proves my point. You know, if you adopted your grandson, he's been through a lot. There's no doubt. I don't need to know. I already know. And those dogs are helping him. That is so awesome. Because you can love them all you want. And I'm sure you do. But he's going to be connected to those animals for a reason, because they give him something that you can't give him, right? My dogs gave me something that I couldn't get from any humans. That unconditional love, that appreciation, that they make you laugh and they make you cry, and they just little angels from heaven, man. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, he's a keeper. Amen, Tina Marie. Dogs are happiness, Michael King, and right people to look after them. Amen, Michael. Absolutely. They need the right people to look after them. Yeah, they're domesticated. They can't take care of themselves. And the funny thing is, you think you're taking care of your dog, and in all reality, that dog's taking care of you. You just don't realize it. I do now. Now that mine are gone, I have a whole different perspective on dogs in just the last few months. So much more appreciation for what they did. So much more. And that's why I push this, because I really believe it, because I've lived it. You know, if you're not the sensitive type, you're not going to get it, right? Most people are just too selfish. They'll never understand what a dog does for you because they're too much about themselves. They don't know how to be there for somebody else. Yes, they really are helping him. He holds a lot in. So did I. So did I. When I was a kid, I was very withdrawn and quiet. One of my foster homes made me go to a shrink because I didn't talk. You know, we'd sit down at dinner and I'd give them one word answers to whatever they asked me. How was school? Good. How was your day? Good. Very withdrawn. And dogs bring you out of your shell. They really do. So you're right, Tina. I get it. And those dogs will bring him out of his shell and soften him up. It takes time. And when you're a kid, you still don't really understand life. He's too young. And those dogs will give him what he needs. You know, you can do everything for that boy, but, you know, when it comes to emotional support, there's only so much you can do. And those dogs will help fill in that gap for sure. Absolutely. I love to hear that, because that's just, like I said, refortifies what I just been talking about. Just how much of an effect a dog can have on a human life when you're broken. You know, a lot of pet owners aren't broken. A pet is just another member of the family, and they're fun and they love them, but they don't have that connection that a broken person has to a dog. It's kind of like you can have love for your niece or nephew, but your niece and nephew isn't your son or your daughter, right? Or the neighbor's kids or whatever kind of thing, or a real close friend. But, you know, that intimate connection that you have with a dog or somebody close to you in your house, it's different if you got a heart. A lot of heartless people out there in the world. Tina Marie, 100% truth. There you go. Yes, they really are helping him. He holds, yeah, a lot in, yeah. I spent a lot of time in my head as a kid, thinking too much. Was told that my whole life. Too sensitive. My ex-old lady even said it a number of times. You're too sensitive. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? It's the way I'm wired, being sensitive. It's where a lot of that anger comes from. right? Sensitive people get shit on in life, taken advantage of, used, abused. And then you become hard, angry, and bitter to survive. And the dogs bring me back to my sensitive side, my soft side. That angry side of me will always be there. I've accepted that. But I can control it now, right? It's not it's not out of control no more. And when I know something is triggering me, I know what to do. How to sit with it and control it and not let it cut loose and make my life worse. Something else my dogs taught me. Durkin, facts, there you go. Would you trust me? You can't trust me. Would you trust me? Really? Are you a troll? You can't trust me? Are you a troll? Some people. Yeah, okay. That's all I needed to know. See you later. Boom. Peace out, troll. Johnny don't do trolls. Hope you feel better today, JohnnyO. I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I get emotional talking about this stuff, but I'm in good spirits. I don't want you to think I'm feeling bad today. I wanted to make this video for one of our misfits who has a friend who's struggling with grief and really doesn't want to be here anymore. And I thought, you know what? I want to do a live addressing this, giving my 2 cents for what it's worth, and how effective dogs are to help you with grief. So I'm doing all right, man. But thank you for saying that. I appreciate you. Yeah, today's a good day. I got some stuff I got to deal with tomorrow. Little apprehensive, but it sounds like it's going to be fine. But just real anxious to get moved and start all over, start fresh, go get me a couple of doggies and start doing my dog rescue on a smaller scale. You know, when I came here, I had big dreams, big plans. 10 people and 100 dogs was what I wanted to do. Now, I want to save 10 dogs by myself and put that out here on YouTube. Johnny just moved to the new place. Got my 2 dogs for in the house. Just built these little doggy apartments, and these are going to be our first 2 rescues, and blah, de blah, blah. So I'm just going to do it on a small scale. And whether I get any attention or I get any help or it ever grows past me and 10 dogs, but I think I can easily love and manage to rescue 10 dogs. But I'm not going to have 10 dogs sleeping in my bed. Sorry. But I'll definitely have 2 dogs in my house. Maybe 3. We'll see. I hope you feel better. I missed the beginning. All my prayers. Ah, there you go, Tina Marie. Well, feel free to watch the replay and put a comment down below. I got so many lies up here that got no comments in the comment section after they get posted. So feel free to go back and check it out. Always man, dogs help with everything. They are beautiful entities for us humans. Durkin, I agree. I've seen some videos, folks talking about, religious people talking about dogs being put on this planet by God for a specific reason, and that was to help us. And I believe that. You know, I'm not a big religious person, go to church and all that stuff, but I do believe the Lord works in mysterious ways, And I do believe dogs were put on earth to help us be better people. Without a doubt. Whether you're broken or not, a dog will help you be a better person. Yes, I'll watch it for sure. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate you. You know, preaching all the doggy stuff and making videos about the dogs, I never know who's going to watch a video years after I'm dead and gone. And there's plenty of dogs out there that need help, just like there's plenty of foster kids out there that need help. You know, my passion for helping aged out foster children, that's because I went through the system. I know what that's like. And because I couldn't read well enough to go to college and be a social worker so that I could help foster kids, that was the first real job I wanted when I graduated high school. You're not going to be a social worker if you can't go to college, so that wasn't in the cards for me. But helping an aged out foster child, I can do that. An 18, 19, 20-year-old kid is still a kid. They got their whole life ahead of them. They're sponges. They can learn a lot. And when it comes to scars from being in a foster home, I understand that. Kids that are withdrawn, I get that. Who have been through a hard time, angry, I get that. And if they're helping me with dogs, just like Tina Marie, her boy going to the dog shelter and walking dogs, she sees the medicine for the same reason I do. I've lived it. I get it firsthand. And to be able to share that with some aged out foster kids, it's better than going to a shrink and taking a pill. I can guarantee you that. You know how many kids are over medicated? It's sad. Parents take their kid to a doctor because they're having issues, and doctor says, oh, give them one of these pills. What a mistake. Give them a dog. Tina Marie, love. Durkin, all love, Tina. God bless. There you go. Dog spelled backwards is God. I've said it many times. Many times. Just spell it backwards. I adopted his half-brother also. He's 20 now. Good for you, Tina Marie. God bless you, girl. Good watching out for your family. You're good people. God bless you. You're doing God's work right there. So I get it. Yes, you do, young lady. Yes, you do. There's a lot I could do for an aged out foster child because I understand them. Everybody's different. Everybody's scars are different. But broken is broken. Angry, sad, PTSD. Those are just labels, words. But I understand the emotional impact of having somebody that you can trust. First and foremost, they got to trust you before they'll love you. And once they can trust you, they start to open up and you can get closer. And then they can feel the love and share it and give it back. I've seen a lot of foster kids that were my foster brothers and sisters come and go, group homes, all kinds of stuff. And some kids lose the spark. Other kids don't ever lose the spark. They're still cute and loving kids no matter what they go through. But some kids, they don't trust the world they live in because the world shit on them. Why should they trust anybody? When you can't even trust your own mom and dad because of one reason or another, they got issues or whatnot, it leaves you with scars that most people don't understand. I get it. I lived it. I know. And it takes a lot of patience and understanding that most people don't have because they didn't live that life. Just like in my last live, talking about life experience comes at a very high price. And you can't learn that out of a book. You can't learn that in your psychology classes. You can't. I don't give a shit how many times you read the paragraph. You're not going to understand it because you didn't live it. I hear people out here on YouTube, convicts and whatnot. You can't speak on it unless you've lived it. And that's very true. You can talk about it, but you can't speak on it. Not to mention, if I'm lucky enough to get a little dog rescue going and help some aged out foster kids, I'll have their respect because I was a foster child. They'll know that I went through what they went through. Common ground. I tried to find convicts out here to help me with the dog rescue because the whole PTSD thing, and wasn't very well received because I wasn't a convict. I didn't go to prison. So, you know, in that genre on YouTube, I was kept at arm's length. I get it. But other foster kids, seeing this old man covered in tattoos, Harleys, and, you know, construction worker and all that stuff, but knowing that I was in foster homes and sharing stories of my experiences being in a foster home, it gains their trust because I lived through it. Their stories might differ from mine, but it's common ground. So anyway, Tina Marie's, I adopted it, so I get it. There you go. They are my boys, period. Amen, young lady. I've had people say, don't you miss having your own life after raising your kids? Crushes the fuck out of me. I hate ignorance. I do it 10 times over. Amen, young lady. And those are the kind of people that don't understand it, right? They never will. You just got to let it go in one ear and out the other because they don't get life the way you do. Same thing for me. Getting trolled and my balls busted by all kinds of goofballs out there in the world, in one ear and out the other. I don't take it personal because they're just ignorant. And that ain't their fault. But they didn't live my life, just like you. They're not living your life. They don't see what you see on a daily. They don't understand what you get for being there for your boys, right? You get a lot out of that. They don't understand that. That's because they're selfish, right? You've already raised blah, blah, blah. Why you want to, you know, don't you want time for yourself? They'll never understand it. They don't get what you get. And the same thing with the dogs. For people that call dogs pets, they'll never get it. My dogs are family. They're not pets to me. They're not here for my entertainment. I love them and they love me back. They're family. They're not a pet. Like you, it pisses me off, you know, when people want to say, it's just a pet. Why are you so upset? It's just a dog. You're ignorant. You'll never get it. And that's okay. Tina, exactly. There you go. There you go. You know what I'm getting at. All right, well, I'm going to get off of here. I've been on here for an hour. I got a lot to do. I got some decent weather outside. I'm going to try to get some chores done. Feeling a little down as far as energy today, but my spirits are high. Every day I try to chip away at all the stuff I need to get done so that I can get moved out of here. But thank you guys. I really appreciate you a great deal. Tina Marie, sharing your stories with us about your boys, you know, and the fact that one of them goes to the SPCA to walk dogs. Kindred spirits, right? We're all misfits in this world. And there's a reason why you're here, right? We see the world in a similar way. And that's why this YouTube channel is so small, right? So few people get life the way we do. And that's okay. They don't have to, because we do. All right. I love you guys. And let me check real quick. Tina, sometimes I have to remind myself I'm too old to catch a case. I love that. Michael King. All right, then, Johnny-O, take care. Have a good day. You too. Take care, all. There you go. There you go. Much love and respect as always. Don't forget, love the ones that love you back. Do your best with the rest. Thank you for smashing that button. And don't forget, a kind act for a stranger, a kind act for a family member. For me, go to the SPCA and walk a dog, do a kind act for a dog, and see what that does for you. You'll be really surprised. I'm telling you. All right, you guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a beautiful day. Peace.